Welcome to my YouTube channel Statisticians Club. I hope everyone is fine. Please subscribe the channel, also press bell icon to receive latest videos. In this video I explain MCQs questions about sampling and sampling distribution. Now let's start. Question number 1. A sample consists of 50% units of population, 5% units of population, any fraction of population. Right answer is any fraction of population. Question number 2. Sampling is inevitable in situation: blood test of person when population is infinite, testing of life of dry battery cell, all above. Right answer is all above. Because sampling is necessary in blood test, we cannot test all blood of human body. It is also necessary when population is infinite, because it is impossible to study infinite population. We take sampling in such situation. Testing of life of dry battery, because in this case if we test all population of batteries, then our population will damage. So we use only sample to test the life of battery. Question number 3. The number of possible samples of size n from population of capital units without replacement. The formula to be used is capital N C small n. Question number 4. Probability of drawing a unit at each selection remains same. Simple random sampling with replacement is the right answer, because in simple random replacement with sampling we draw a unit, study, select and then return to the population. So the population remains same, and it is quite possible that one unit may be selected more than once. So in case of simple random with replacement, probability of drawing units of selection remains same. Question number 5. Probability of selection varies at each step of draw without replacement, sampling without replacement, because in sampling without replacement we select a unit, study and do not return into the population again. So its unit varies. Suppose that if you have a population of 10 units and you want to select sample with the help of sampling without replacement, then when you draw first unit, study and do not return to the population. So for the selection of next unit, you remains only 9 units and you select from next unit from 9 units. So the right answer is sampling without replacement. N ordered samples of size n can occur in n ways, n factorial ways, n square ways. Right answer is n factorial ways. So an unordered sample of size n, if you select sample of unordered, you do not consider its order. So the occurrence of sample will be in n factorial ways. Probability of any one sample of size n being drawn out of capital N units, 1 over capital NC small n. Probability of including a specified unit in a sample of size n selected out of capital N units. Probability of including a specified unit, the occurrence of specified unit out of capital N units is 1 over capital N. Right answer is. If larger group have greater probability of their inclusion in the sample, is known as sampling with replacement, sampling with constant probability, selection with probability proportional to the size. Simple random sample can be drawn with the help of random number table, cheat method, roulette wheel. All above, these all methods are used for the selection of simple random sample. A population consisting of all the items which are physically present is called hypothesis population, real population, infinite population. Right answer is real population. A population consisting of the results of the conceptually repeated trials is known as hypothetical population. Finite population, real population. Right answer is hypothetical population, because conceptually repeated trials means hypothetical. So this word conceptually repeated shows this is hypothetical population. If the items are destroyed under investigation, we have to go for sampling studies. The discrepancies between sample estimate and population parameter, it's termed as human error, non-sampling error, sampling error. The right answer is sampling error, because it is the discrepancy between sample estimate and population parameter. So it is called sampling error. A sample of size n is defined to be stratified random sample if it is selected from a population which has been divided into a number of non-overlapping groups called strata, cluster, both A and B. Right answer is strata. Good stratification requires that each of these strata should be internally homogeneous, but externally strata should be different. Advantages of stratified random sample are low cost, greater accuracy, better coverage. All above. Right answer is all above. Low cost, greater accuracy and better coverage. This is the advantages of stratified random sampling. Stratified random sampling is used when variation among strata are greater than variation within strata. Information about some point of the population is required. Right answer is both A and B. The total sample size n is distributed among various data is called allocation of sample size. From each strata, equal number of sampling units selected is called equal allocation, proportion allocation, normal allocation. Right answer is equal allocation, because equal number of sampling units selected. Total sample size n is distributed among different strata in proportion to the size of strata is called equal allocation, proportional allocation, optimum allocation. The right answer is proportional allocation, because the selection of sample among different strata is based in the proportion to the size of strata. Ni is equal to n dot capital Ni over capital N for I varies 1 to k. This is mathematical formula for proportional allocation. Does not require information either on stratum variance or on the cost of sampling units in different strata. It is called proportional allocation. When total sample size n is allocated among different strata in such a way that given cost of selecting sample, the variance of estimated mean x bar st, that is variance of x bar st, is minimized, then the allocation is optimum allocation. So this allocation is called optimum allocation when total sample size n is allocated among different strata in such a way that given cost, when the word cost is used for the selection of sample. So this is optimum allocation. Ni small n capital Ni sigma I over under root Ci. Summation Ni sigma I over under Ci is mathematical form of Ci optimum allocation. Allocation which finding Ni and it minimizes the variance of stratified sample mean for a fixed sample size n by considering the cost of serving unit to be same in all strata. This is called Neyman allocation. Ni is equal to small n capital N sigma I over summation capital N sigma I for I is equal to 1 is mathematical form of Neyman allocation. Neyman allocation is exactly same as proportion allocation when stratum standard deviation is equal. If stratum standard deviation is equal, Neyman allocation is exactly like the proportional allocation. If we select one unit at random from first k unit and thereafter selecting every kth unit after capital N unit in population have been serially numbered from 1 to capital N. This is called systematic sampling. A population being divided into n strata, each consisting of k units and a random sample with 1 unit from each stratum. Then systematic sampling resembles with stratified sampling. Which of the following is not a method of selecting probability sampling? Quota sampling. Quota sampling is not a method for selection of probability sampling. The number of possible samples of size 3 drawn without replacement from a population of 6 units. The answer is 18. The number of possible samples of size 2 drawn without replacement from population of 4 units. Answer is 16. In probability sampling, every element in the population has a non-zero probability of being included in the sample. Non-zero probability, non-zero probability. Standard error of mean is the standard deviation of sampling distribution of x bar. Which of the following statement is not true? A sample is a part of population. This is the right statement. Sample is a part of population. A simple random sample is a probability sample. This is also correct statement because simple random sample is the branch of probability sampling. A statistics is a random variable. This is also true because from one population we draw different number of samples, so each sample has different statistics, so statistics is a random variable because from one sample we calculate mean. This is x bar 1, from second sample x bar 2 we calculate mean, so mean variate from one sample to another sample, so statistic which is sample mean in such case is a random variable. So the statistics is a random variable. This is also right statement. But a parameter is a random variable. This is wrong statement because parameter is a single quantity because we have only one population. So from this population we calculate its properties like mean, variance, standard deviation. So this is only a single quantity. So this is not a random variable. This is a fixed variable. A first census of population in Pakistan took place 1951. If we have small n is equal to 25, sigma x bar is equal to 5.0, what is sigma? Sigma x bar is equal to sigma over under root n. We calculate sigma. Sigma over under root n is 25. Square root of 25 is 5. So when 5 multiplied with this sigma x bar 5, it is right answer is 25. Standard deviation of mean is standard deviation of sampling distribution. As we increase the sample size, increase standard error, decrease the sampling error, decrease the standard error. The right answer is both B and C. Simple random sampling is also known as unrestricted sampling. Simple random sampling provides estimate, population mean, population total, sampling variance of estimate. So these all are the estimate. Simple random sampling provides estimate. Simple random sampling provides estimate of population mean, population total, and sampling variance of estimate. The standard error in a survey other than sampling error are called non-sampling error. If each and every unit of a population has equal chances of being included, unrestricted sampling. In unrestricted sampling, we have equal chances of each unit to be selected in the sample. 45. As a normal practice, sampling fraction is considered to be negligible if less than 5%. In case of less than 5%, sampling error would be considered negligible. Stratified sampling comes under the class of restricted sampling. Formula for standard error of sample mean x bar based on sample of size n having variance s square when population consists of capital N atoms. So its formula for standard error of sample mean is s over under root n. Which of the following statement is true? More the standard error. This is the right answer. Less the standard error, better it is. So option B is the right answer. Less the standard error, better it is. We have a sample of size n from a population of capital N units. The finite population correction is capital N minus small n over capital N. 50. If n units are selected in a sample of capital N population units, the sampling fraction is small n over capital N. Small n over capital N is the sampling fraction. 51. Which of the following statement does not hold good in case of stratified sampling? Stratified sampling is convenient. Stratified sampling is always good. Enables to gather information. The right answer is stratified sampling is always good. Which of the following statement does not hold in case of stratified? So this is because stratified sampling is not suitable in each case. So this is the right answer. Stratified sampling is always good. This is the wrong statement because it is not always good in every situation. Which one problem out of the four is not related to stratified sampling? Fixing the criteria for stratification, fixing the number of strata, fixing the sample size. The right answer is C. 53. Regarding the number of strata, which statement is true? More number of strata, poor it is. Less number of strata, better it is. More the number of strata, better it is. So this is the right answer. More the number of strata, better the stratified random sampling is. 54. Under proportional allocation, one get an optimum sample, a self-weighing sample, both above. The right answer is under proportional allocation, one gets self-weighing sample because proportional allocation depends upon the size of sample. How many types of optimum allocation is common? 3 types of optimum allocations are common. Cluster sampling requires that cluster should be internally dissimilar as possible, but different clusters should be similar with each other. In sampling distribution with replacement, mu x bar is equal to mu. In sampling distribution with replacement, sigma x bar is equal to sigma over under root n. Sampling distribution without replacement. In sampling distribution without replacement, mean of sampling distribution about mean is always equal to its population mean. Mu x bar is equal to mu. In sampling distribution without replacement, small n over capital N is greater than 5%. So the sigma x bar is equal to sigma over under root n, under root capital N minus small n over capital N minus 1. What is the meaning of the sampling distribution of mean for n is equal to 15 and capital N is equal to 4? The population mean is 18. Capital N is equal to 500, small n is equal to 50, mu x bar is equal to 2. Then mu is equal to 2. If capital N is equal to 4, sigma x bar is equal to 25, sigma is equal to sigma x bar is equal to sigma over under 10 4. So we take square root 2 when 2 multiplied with this 25, right answer is 15. So this is the small n, not capital N, small n. Small n is equal to 4, sigma x bar is equal to sigma over under 10. What type of sample can be used for selection of field of estimating rice production in province? Probability sampling. Two option is probability sampling and non-probability sampling. So the right option is probability sampling. What type of sample can be used for selection of field of estimating rice production? So we use probability sampling in such case. What type of sampling can be used for this statement? Selection of some letters for publishing in the let us to do editor column of a newspaper. So this is the non-probability sampling because the selection of letters depends upon the its quality. So we check its quality with the help of subjective judgment. So this is the case of non-probability sampling. Selection of one passenger from first class and economy class, each for their opinion regarding to the train. So this is the probability sampling because we use probability sampling for the selection of one passenger from the economy class and one passenger from the first class to check their opinion about the train. So we use probability sampling in this case. If you want to see videos on MCQs about sampling and sampling distribution and MCQs about normal distribution, then click the link in front of your screen. Thanks for watching.